What is going on YouTube? Hater back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Now, specifically in today's video, we have to look at some very interesting reversals that we're starting to see here across pretty much a lot of the major cryptos. It's more of consolidation for, I'd say, majority, but XRP specifically is starting to correct back to the upside. This is kind of what we've been talking about over the past couple of days here, that even though XRP saw a major dump to the downside here, and it was a key opportunity to short to the downside, it wouldn't be the only opportunity to make profit, because we would hit at some point a bottom that has historically shown reversals to come immediately after that. And that's kind of what we're starting to experience today, which I want to show you in a brief second. Now, I guess I'll pull it up right now. You can see right here, this is what we've been talking about. Literally in yesterday's video, I drew it here. XRP Ripple holders, proof history is repeating. This is the third time that we're starting to see this here. And you can see right here where I've drawn the kind of descending fractals, the bull flag formations here, hitting bottom support, reversing up, bottom support, reversing up. And here we are again doing that, and we were starting to see that same swing. So it was by no means a surprise. You could see it here. If I show you here how many times that XRP has retested this kind of blue band here, and every single time it does that, it's immediately followed by a big break to the upside here. Same thing happened here. Run to the upside. Here, run to the upside. So here we are doing the same thing. We've retested the bottom support, and here we are reversing back to the upside. So we do have a long position open here with a good chance we're going to reverse back to moving average here. This is kind of what we talked about in yesterday's video, and we're continuing that today, as a lot of these cryptos are probably going to be seeing the same thing. Good chance we're going to see Ethereum swing up, good chance we could see Bitcoin swing up, and potentially the S&P swing up. So we got a lot to talk about here, but we might be switching now to a bullish swing to the upside. But with that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, as you can see, quick little refresh reveals that the current market is now, they keep changing it, 1.06 trillion here. You can see we saw the major dump on most all these cryptos, major dumps to the downside on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on BNB, on XRP. Now we're starting to hover and kind of reverse back to the upside here, which is nice too. Little swing up, little swing up, little swing up. On a lot of these cryptocurrencies after the big bottom, we seem to have found some sort of support, and now we're starting to see that major recovery here. This is what we talked about in yesterday's episode here. We went very in-depth about why we would most likely see a bottom, and why, if you missed out on the short, which a lot of people did on XRP, it was definitely an aggressive short, unlike the other cryptos, but why there'd be other opportunities to see a swing that we're seeing here. I drew an upwards arrow here after bottoming off at that support level. And that's exactly what's happening right now. So consistently showing you yet again, I just want to zoom in. Right here, you can see every time we come into contact with this kind of blue band, we swing up. It's so consistent here. Same thing. Come into contact with the blue band, that's bottom support, usually oversold. You can see oversold right here. We swing up over, well, we're near oversold, but regardless, we retest that bottom support right here. Guess what happens after that? Big swing to the upside here. So it's a consistent retest, rally, retest, rally, retest, rally, and here we are for the fourth time retesting it here. So we had this short opportunity prevail itself here, the opportunity to get in, short it to the downside. It was definitely more aggressive because we didn't close. We didn't have one candle close. We literally just fell. So it was a bit harder to get in on this as a conservative trader. Ethereum, Bitcoin were a little bit easier to get in conservatively here. But we discussed specifically, especially in yesterday's video, that with this bottom here, there'd be a very good chance to buy in and long to the upside very quickly, because when you slam something really hard down, we usually reverse right back up immediately after. That's kind of what we're starting to see today, and what we're probably going to continue to see within this week here. You can see the immediate reversal doji candle, which is also a sign of reversal to the upside here, and that's what's taking place here. And we had that stop loss tight, we hit stop loss, or we just, as I mentioned to a lot of people, this would be an opportunity to just buy in for a long. And here we are swinging back up to moving average. I think we'll retest the 59 cents fairly soon. Maybe this week, I think I would expect to see the market start to move to the upside here. So we had a huge short opportunity, and here we are with a long opportunity. Once we start to shake things up, those opportunities start to present themselves. Now, obviously, we do all these trades on BidFi, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. BidFi lets me buy long Sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, take profits. Everything you can possibly think of is literally offered on BidFi, which is why I recommend checking them out. Completely free to sign up here. Like I said, long, short, leverage trade. They have a demo account for you to test out your skills. $100,000 in Monopoly money to test your skills. Get familiar with the platform. Learn how to use the website here. I mean, it's a win-win. So make sure to check out BidFi here. Then you can obviously switch to the live account to trade with real crypto. And they even have a sign-up bonus of up to $2,888 completely free by signing up with that link in the description. This is where you can purchase XRP. You can do Coinbase too. Whatever you want to do. They have a spot trade for you to purchase XRP or use or transfer it, and then you can send it to Coinbase, or you can send it to your ledger or hardware, external wallet, whatever you want to do here. But I highly recommend using or at least adding BidFi to your portfolio or your tool set, your toolbox, your tool belt, because of how cool and how useful BidFi is as an overall exchange here. But moving forward, you can see Ethereum here is also kind of bottoming out right now. It's getting a bit peculiar. I'm trying to think, is like there a new pattern forming here, some sort of symmetrical triangle? I'm actually starting to think that there is here for sure. You can see if I draw a trend line down, there's definitely this is definitely a tough one to draw. But some sort of downtrend, definitely some sort of uptrend here. It's tough, but there is some sort of overall prevailing pattern here. I don't know for sure, but something like this, some sort of bottom symmetrical triangle from this correction downwards here, or filling in the gap here, and a decision is probably going to have to be made come tomorrow, which is also good because it's the start of the week. And then we'll kind of figure out where we're going to be moving to. But I'd likely think it's going to be some sort of reversal back to the upside here. That's where I suspect us to move to. You can see on the DLE here, you can see kind of that formation right now on this support here, but I'm likely thinking because of how quickly we kind of nosedived downwards here, that we're going to reverse back up to retest moving average now. So I think it's another opportunity to get a potential long position in. This was super easy to short. We got in once we closed here. We closed at 1802. That's when we bought in for a short. We closed below this price floor. That's what we were waiting patiently for right here. This was the floor. And once we closed below that, that was the opportunity to short it to the downside here, which we took advantage of. Now that we're at the bottom here, very good chance very soon we'll be buying in for a long with a swing to the upside here, which ideally would be a percentage jump of about 10%. So get ready for that. Prepare yourself for the possible long. Not only Ethereum, but the same exact things happening on Bitcoin too. Probably can also draw in some sort of symmetrical triangle here. If I pull this up, you can see definitely it's a little bit more difficult to draw, a little more challenging here. There's some sort of movement here. It's a bit harder to draw, so I might leave it alone, but there's definitely some sort of formation here that we kind of need to pay attention to, and ideally that's going to, what I would think, is be breaking us to the upside here. So keep an eye on both Bitcoin and Ethereum, because now I think we're due for a reversal to the upside here. I think we're due for one of these little movements, so keep your eyes peeled on that. That's what I suspect to see happen. And then to wrap up today's video, looking at the S&P 500, and this is where things get a bit interesting. We need to see if the S&P has bottomed off, because I think there's a direct correlation between the S&P and the other cryptocurrencies. And I think with the S&P seeing that retest of moving average, it's either we've hit the bottom here or it's here. It's one of the two. There's a lot of supports in this region here, so I think this is the price target. Whether we bounce off here or whether we fall into it and then bounce off, it's going to happen at some point in this general vicinity here. Whether this is the lowest or the red band's the lowest, that's where I suspect to see happen. Not only does it apply with the green support and the uptrend in white here, also nearing oversold, I likely think it's some sort of movement like this. But because of this big drop within the S&P, that's what's pulled Bitcoin down with it, and Ethereum down with it here, and all the other cryptos down with it too. So we're looking for a bottom off like this or a bottom off like this, and then all the other cryptos will start to follow suit. And I believe by the end of this year, we already are doing incredibly well. I mean, we bottomed off on Bitcoin fairly low. I think it was like 18,000 here. We've already hit that low point. You can see we're tracking that at about, I think it was, $15,000. 15,000 to 18,000, and then we're starting to see that swing to the upside here. So it is exciting. It is good that we're starting to see these reversals here, but I think we're doing very well, and I think we'll end the year on a high point. So I'm excited. We're oversold, so we're due for a pull, an uptrend here, so an uptick. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Same thing with the S&P. I'd likely think the S&P is going to do a nice little bounce off, and we'll head up to all-time highs very soon. But with that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.